Hey guys, so today we're actually going to be building a board, which is going to be super fun. Don't be scared, it's going to be an experience for both of us. We're going to learn a lot, it's going to be super fun. I picked some of my favorite pedals and a small board that I love, and we're just going to get to it, and it's going to be awesome. So, hope you guys like the video. Alright, so what I got here is the Pedal Train Nano. The Pedal Train Nano is the smallest board that Pedal Train makes, but I thought it would be like a really good introductory stage for building a pedal board. So first what I would start off with is putting on Velcro. I would put the loop or soft side on the board and then the hook or scratchy side on your pedals. So the first thing that I would do after I have everything all Velcroed up is I would take my power supply and put it on, because it can be challenging and tedious sometimes to mount your power supply after you put the pedals on. So I would do that first. And I just put Velcro there, and so it'll just fit right in there real nice. This is the Pedal Train Volto. I recommended it in my planning video just because it's really small and very inconspicuous if you're only powering a small amount of pedals. So first things first, you need to figure out what order your pedals are going to go in. So you obviously need a tuner, which I would recommend putting at the very front end of your chain. This is the TC Electronic Polytune. Great pedal, gets the job done, any instrument, any tuning really. I have that on all my boards. Then I personally prefer dirtier pedals like distortions and fuzzes earlier on in my chain, and then watery, delayed, like kind of reverb and tremolo and those types of pedals later on in my chain. So next I would put my overdrive, which is the Full Tone OCD. I did a video on this pedal, which is just an awesome overdrive. It can really handle almost any kind of music with any guitar, with any amp. It just works really well and sounds amazing. So I'm definitely going to put that on there. I love reverb. Reverb pedals are my favorite pedals by far. And so what I would recommend is the Holy Grail reverb, which is by Electro Harmonics and is really cheap. It's a great bang for your buck pedal, and it just sounds awesome. You get a few different types of reverb, and you can pick the amount of reverb. It's really simple. Doesn't do a lot of like fancy tricks, but it sounds amazing. So that's going to be my next pedal. And then delay, the MXR Carbon Copy. I love huge delays. I love, that echoey kind of rotary sound that you can get out of them, especially with like tape emulators. But this is probably my favorite delay with a small footprint, because it just is so simple and so basic, and it just gives you such a great delayed sound. So those are my pedals, and that's my order, because that's the way I personally like it, is my dirtier effects and then my watery delay effects. I like reverb before delay because I like the delay to affect the reverb. I think it's also important to note for some of you that pedals go from right to left. Even though it says input and output, you would be shocked how many of my friends have had issues putting together their pedal boards because they've done it left to right, which is logical, but not the way pedals work. So I would just connect these with some basic connectors. I wouldn't make my own for a board this small. It's not worth it. So yeah, I would just go ahead and do this. Perfect. So we've got all of the pedals on the pedal board, and it's looking pretty clean. This can be the challenging part, though, honestly, is wiring your power. So with the Pedal Train Volto, you have two 9-volt slots, and these are all powered by 9 volt, so we need to power all the pedals with 2 slots. So the best way to do that is to use one of the cables that comes with the Volta, which is a 3 splitter. So you can plug this end into the Volta and then have these 3 giving power to 3 pedals. And then I will also be using a 1-to-1 for the tuner. So. So now the board is all wired up, and if we click on the power button in the back, you see that all the pedals are all powered and working. I like my boards pretty clean, so I would actually zip tie a lot of these cables together just to make it a little bit cleaner, because you can see it can get a little messy in places. But that's going to be a perfect board for anybody who's building a first small pedal board or building a travel pedal board or anything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and that you learned something. Definitely give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you guys are building boards out there, I definitely want to see them, so give me a shout out on Twitter. Good luck building, you guys, and I'll see you later.